Hey students, how you doing? Mr. Elliott here. So I have to share with you my 30-minute routine. As you recall, last Thursday when we were putting together like all our different poses, I was doing it with you. And from that, I created my own 30-minute routine based off of my needs. My primary goal is to stretch out my hamstrings, and my secondary goal is to strengthen my core. So I put together this workout. We'll see if it takes half an hour. Hopefully it will take half an hour. I have my stopwatch. My goal is to spend about 10 minutes in Mountain 1 and Valley 1, about 10 minutes in Mountain 2 and Valley 2, and then 10 minutes in Mountain 3 and final relaxation. So anyway, I'm going to start off standing. So I'm going to do mountain pose, moonflowers, then sunflowers. If you want to start on the mat, feel free to do child's pose, cat and cow, and then spinal balance. Your choice for the warm-up. What you're going to see is different about my instruction today is I'm not really going to talk about the poses. I'm just going to practice it. I will announce the poses and then I'll practice the poses, but I'm not going to be talking about it today because we're pretending like I'm doing my own 30-minute routine. And normally you don't talk when you're doing your own routine. So like I said, I will announce the poses, but I won't actually talk about them. I'm going to be starting my routine in 10 seconds in mountain pose to start my stopwatch. All right, 3, 2, 1, mountain pose. Moonflowers. Sunflowers. All right. I'm going to work my way to the top of my mat for my sun salutation, Valley 1. All right. Inhaling, arms up. Inhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, left leg back into a lunge. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Inhaling to plank. Exhaling to crocodile. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling my right leg forward into a lunge. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, mountain. Exhaling, chair. Inhaling to mountain. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling my right leg back into a lunge. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhaling up to plank. Exhaling, crocodile. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling the left leg forward into a lunge. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, chair. Inhaling back to mountain. So that was one time through. Now I'm going to do it another time through. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling my left leg back into a lunge. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhaling up to plank. Exhaling to crocodile. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling my right leg forward into a lunge. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, chair. Inhaling back to mountain. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling my right leg back into a lunge. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhaling up to plank. Exhaling, crocodile. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling the left leg forward into a lunge. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, chair. Inhaling back to mountain. That finishes up my Valley 1. Hopefully I'm at 10 minutes. I'm only at 6.5 minutes. So it looks like I'm going to spend a little extra time on Mountain 2 maybe. All right. My first Mountain 2 pose is chest expansion. So start the mountain pose on that one. Next, standing straddle splits. Back up. Remember, 3 to 5 breaths per pose. All right, next is just a forward fold. mountain. And back up. All right, next I'm going to do pyramid and balancing half moon. So for that, I'm going to step out, do my little half warrior one. Pyramid pose. And then we go there into balancing half moon. And back. Switching sides. All right, so now pyramid on my other leg. And then transitioning right into balancing half moon. And back down. Back to mountain. All right, next I'm going to do side plank, but I have to get down on the mat to do side plank. So inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Stepping back into a plank. And crocodile. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And this is the time to put in a half series if you'd like. Half series. Plank, crocodile, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. All right, so I'm gonna do side plank, but I'm gonna do kneeling side plank first because I think I'm kind of ahead on my time. Yeah, plenty of time. Let's do kneeling side plank first. All right, going back down onto all fours. Now I'm going to do kneeling side plank on my other side. into a downward facing dog. And you can rest here or do a half series. Plank, crocodile, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. All right, next you're going to do some side plank. And down, plank. Now switching sides to your other arm. And down into downward facing dog. You can also do child's pose here if you're feeling a little tired. And then you can hold it, or you could do a half series. All right, now let's do our warrior series. So from downward dog, stepping forward with our left foot for warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Back to warrior two, and then to side angle. And all the way back up to warrior two, and then into triangle. Straighten the front leg, lean forward, tilt. And back to downward facing dog. Or you could do child's pose. And you can stay here or do a half series. All right. So now our warrior series on our other side. So we're going to step forward with our right foot into warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. back to warrior two, and then to side angle. Back up to warrior two, and then triangle. So straighten, lean forward, tilt up. And back up to warrior two. Then all the way down, back into downward facing dog. And then walking or jumping your feet up towards your hands into a forward fold. Arms up. Back to mountain. So that was my second mountain, and I'm going to do my valley two pose. I like to do standing balance pigeon. Standing balance pigeon. So we start off in mountain, work our way into our chair pose, and balance all your weight onto one side, bring your foot over, this ankle pointing to there, hands to prayer position. And I like to hold it for 6 deep breaths. Six breaths. Shake it out. All right, so mountain, chair, balancing on my right foot. And then once you get your spot, 6 deep breaths. All right, so now the third mountain. So, I don't have any coming from child's pose, but I do have some mountain 3 poses from staff, so I'm going to work my way to staff pose. So starting in mountain, inhaling arms up, exhaling forward fold, stepping my feet back into a plank, crocodile, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, and then just coming up onto your knees, swinging your legs around into staff pose for 23 minutes. So we're going to spend about a minute per pose. First one, butterfly. So 10 breaths in butterfly. Back to staff pose. Re-find yourself in staff pose. Now 10 breaths in boat pose. Boat pose. All right, back to staff pose. Then next, seated spinal twist. So first I'll bring up my right leg. All right, back to staff pose. Now the other leg, so bringing up my left leg. Okay. Next, dead bug. So for that one, I start knees to chest. So I go to lying down, bring my knees into my chest, and then work into dead bug. Oh, that's right. All right, back to knees to chest. All right, now supine spinal twist. So I'm gonna extend my left leg and bring my right leg over in this direction. Switch. Just bring my knees back up, extending my right leg, bringing my left knee over to the right. Bring my knees back up. I'm at the end of my workout, everybody. So I'm going to do one more knees to chest. Bringing all that tension in. Oh, tension, tension, tension. Then release. And release into final relaxation. waking up now. Coming on back to my room. Bringing my knees up. Turning to the side. Use my arms to push myself up. So we did on time. How's that, students? 30 minutes and 20 seconds. Anyway, that is Elliott's 30-minute routine. I did do a little bit of adjusting in the middle just based off of what I saw in the time, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have about this workout as you're building your own 30-minute routine. And thank you so much for doing this practice with me today. And just like we finish off every yoga practice, we say to our teacher and to our students, Namaste. All right, everybody, thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'll see you next time. Bye.